everybody, myself Nidhi Joshi, and in today's session I am going to discuss about what is a hip sort. Particularly in my section I am going to discuss first what is a hip sort and how to construct hip, and after that how we are performing the hip sorting, that will see. So let us start with our first topic. What is a hip? A hip is a complete binary tree or a almost complete binary tree in which every parent node should be greater or lesser than its child node. Hip can be of the minimum or the maximum hip. So, particularly if I am talking about the maximum hip, a maximum hip in which every parent node is greater or equal than its children node. Suppose if we are considering this tree in which the parent node is 12 and the children nodes are 11 and 10, which are smaller as compared to the parent node. Now we'll see what is a minimum hip. A minimum hip in which every parent node is less than its children node. So suppose if we are considering this part of the tree where 12 is the parent node and the children nodes are 12 and 20. So the parent node should be less than or equals to its children node. Now we'll see the parental property, what it says. So the parents being greater or lesser in hip is called parental property, and the hip should satisfy, it should be a complete binary tree, and second it should satisfy parental property. Now we'll see some basic terminologies like which is required for the construction of hip. So let us revise some of this concept that I think you people knew it very well. First one is the level of a binary tree. The root of the tree, the root node of the tree is always at level 0. Second we'll see that is the height of the tree. The height of the tree is also called the depth of the tree. It is the maximum level. We call it as the height of the tree. So now we'll see the third terminology, that is a complete binary tree. The complete binary tree is a binary tree in which all the leaves are at same level. And the fourth one is almost complete binary tree. The almost complete binary tree is a tree in which each node has a left child, whether it has a right child or not. So it means that there is always a left child, but for a left child there may not be a right child. As well as the leaf in the tree must be present at height h, or the leaf should present at height h or h minus 1. It means that all the leaves are on two adjacent levels. Then only we can say that it is a complete binary tree, or it is almost complete binary tree. Now we'll revise some of the properties of hip. So the first property states that there should be either complete binary tree or almost complete binary tree. And the second property states that the root of the hip always contain its largest element or the maximum element, or the largest value is present at the root node. And the third property states that each subtree in a hip is also a heap. And the fourth property states that the heap can be implemented as an array. It's implementing by recording its element in top-down fashion and left-to-right fashion. Particularly how we are implementing as an array, I will discuss when we are deleting the element, like how we are recording its element in top-to-down fashion and left-to-right fashion. Now we'll see like how we are maintaining the heap property, or maintaining the heap property we call it as a heapifying. So it is necessary to have the value of the parent node. The parent node value should be greater than its child node. If in a binary tree is given such that some parent node may have a child node with the greater values, then in that case we have to make some swapping or transition. We have to apply some swapping or transition on the tree in order to maintain the heap property, which is simply that the parent node should be greater than the child node. If this condition violates, that time we have to apply the transition property. We have to apply the transition or swapping on the tree in order to maintain the heap property. Next we'll see building a heap. The heap can be built by successively inserting the elements into the heap. So initially we are considering it is an empty. So the procedure or the steps that we are following is, first we are inserting the element at the last position in the heap. The second step that we are having, we are comparing with its parent, swapping the two nodes if the parental dominance conditions get violated. Like what is this parental dominance condition violate? That parents is greater than its child node. And the third property says that continue comparing the new elements with the node up each time by satisfying parental dominance condition. So let us consider one example. Like in this example we are constructing a heap using top down approach. So here we are having a given list, that is 14, 12, 9, 8, 7, 10 and 18, and we are constructing the heap using top down approach with repeated insertion of element. So initially in the previous slide I had discussed one algorithm. Initially it is empty. So first step is like we are inserting the node 14. So after this first step the 14 node is inserted, and the second one is the second node from the list is 12. So here we are inserting the node 12, which is the left child of this node 14. Next we are inserting the element 9, which is the right child of the node root node 14. Next we are inserting the node 8, which is the left child of the node 12. After that next we are inserting the node 7, which is the right child of the root node 12. Next we are inserting the node 10, which is the left child of the node 9. Next we are inserting the node 18, which is the right child of the node 9. So till now we had inserted all the elements in the list. So now we are checking the heapifying property, whether it is here it is satisfied or not. So here like what we are seeing is the parent node is lesser than the child node. So the condition is violated. So what we are doing? We are doing a transition of the node 18. We are swapping the value of the node 18 with the root node 9, which is the root node for this node 18. So after performing the swapping, what we are getting, the tree will be like this. So the root node is 14, the left child are 12 and 18, and like this. So here also, if we are seeing this hippifying property is violated. So what we are doing? We are doing a transition. We are swapping the node 18 and 14 values. So after swapping the 18 and 14 value, what we are getting? So at last here, this is the tree that we got, or in a simple word, the heap is form started with the root node. Here the root node is 18. Root node 18 is a tree is formed. So if we are seeing, like, while constructing the heap node, how the nodes are attached, like this is the general approach. So the node from the list, the first node will attach at the first place, and at the second position the next node is attached from the list, and at the third place the third element from the list is attached. In the same way, at the fourth place, fifth, sixth, and at last. So here it is continue in this fashion in top down approach and left to right. See, so the element is inserted at the first place in a top down fashion and from left to right. So first is attaching the left child of the root node, after that the right child of the root node. So here what we are doing, we are going from top to bottom. So the new nodes are attaching in top to bottom fashion and left to right. Now we'll see what is a heap sort. Heap sort is a sorting method. It was discovered by J.W.J. Williams. It works in two stages. So first one is the heap construction and second one is the deletion of maximum key. Here in this, we are deleting the root node for n-1 time to remaining heap. So after deleting all the elements one by one, if we collect this deleted element in an array starting from the last indices of array, so we got the list in an ascending order. So to clear this point, we are considering one list, one example, like we are sorting the following element using heap sort in order to understand how heap sort work. So in the previous slide I had discussed for the heap sort, it involves two steps. First one is the heap construction and second one is the deletion of maximum key. So first what we are doing, we are going for the heap construction. So here we had constructed one heap. So here the hippifying property is violated. Like first we start hippifying from the bottom. So after doing this thing, we got the heap like this. So here also in this tree, we are hippifying properties violated. So we are hippifying this tree also. So here in the previous last time in some properties, that time I was discussing like the array representation of heap. So the root node will come, if we are going for the array representation, will come at the first place. So 12 and 9 are the left and the right child of the root node 14. So in the similar way, for 8 and 7 are the left and the right child node of the node 12. In the same way, 10 and 18 are the left and the right child of the node 9. So here we can easily go for the array representation of heap. So after the heap construction, like here in this heap, the heapifying property is satisfied in the heap. That is saying that the parent node is greater than the child node. So the next step that involved is we are going for the maximum deletion. So here the maximum deletion, it means the root node is having the highest values, is the highest node is the root node. So what we are doing, like we are deleting the root node. So for this, what we are doing, we are swapping with the last node in the heap. So the last node is 9. So we are swapping this 9 and 18 and we are deleting the 9. So as soon as we swap both these values, so 9 is the root node, and we had placed the node 18 as the leaf node, and we are deleting and putting it at the end of array. Now we'll see whether the heapifying property is satisfied or not. So here what we are seeing, like 12 and 14, like this 9 is lesser, so heapified property is not satisfied. What we are doing, we are swapping the values, will do the transition in order to maintain the heapifying properties. So we had replaced swapped 9 and 14. So now the root node is 14. So what we are doing, we are deleting the 14 from this heap, and we had swapped 14 and 9. So after swapping this, 14 will come as the left child of the node 9, and we are deleting this. And we can go for the array representation also. So we got the tree like this. So here we are checking whether the heapified property is satisfied or not. It is not satisfied because the left child is having the higher values. So we are swapping 10 and 12 values. And after that we are checking the heapified property is satisfied or not. So here the heapified property is satisfied, and next we are deleting the root node, that is the maximum node, that is the 12. From this, for this reason, we are swapping the 12 and 7. So now 7 is the root node. So here it is showing 7 is the root node. So the heapified property is violated. So we are doing the transition so that the parent node is greater than the child node. So what we are getting, so 10 became the root node, and the left child here, if I am talking 8 and 9 are the left and the right child of the node 10. So next what step is there, like we have to delete the highest element or the maximum element from the tree, that is the 10. So we are swapping 7 and 10. So after swapping, what we got, and we had deleted this node 10. So we got 7 as the root node, 8 and 9 as the left and the right child. So here hipified property is also violated. So we had swapped 9 and 7. After swapping we got the tree like this, hip is like this. So now we are deleting the root node. Here the root node is 9. So after deleting the root node, we for deletion of this root node we had swapped with the we are swapping it with the 7. So here after performing this we had deleted the node 7. So here 7 is the root node and 8 is the left child of this node. So here the hipified property is also is not satisfying. So in order to maintain we had swap both these values, and now the root node is deleted. So at last what we got, if we are going for the array representation, first we had deleted the 18, that is the maximum node from the heap. After that 14, 12, 11, 10, not 11, first element is the 18, second is the 14, third is 12, fourth is 10, after that 9, 7 and 8. So here we are getting the list in an ascending order or in an increasing order. Every time we are deleting the maximum element from the heap, and we are maintaining whether it's satisfying the hipifying property or not. So in the heap sort, basically we are performing two major steps. First one is we are constructing the heap, and second one is deletion of the maximum key. Now we'll see the analysis. Here this algorithm works, basically it's working in the two-step. So the running time for the heap sort is the summation of the running time required by the heap construction, as well as it's the running time required for the deletion of the root node. So mathematically we can represent the running time for the heap sort. It's the time required for the heap construction and the time required for the deletion of the root node. So mathematically we can write one recursive equation for this, which is like this: C of n is equals to C1 of n plus C2 of n. So for the heap construction it requires the order of n time, which is nothing, which is the value of C1 of n. And for the time required by the deletion of the root node is the order of n log n. So the time complexity for heap sort is the order of n log n, which is there in both the worst and the average case. So in the next slide I will just brush up what is a heap sort, what are all the features of the heap sort. So if you are talking about the time complexity, the time complexity of heap sort is the order of n log n. Just now we saw is the order of n log n. Second one is the second feature of the heap sort is it does not require any extra space while sorting the element. The third feature of the heap sort is if we are having some random input, all of a sudden if we are getting some input, some list that we need to sort, that is working slower than as if we are comparing with the quick sort. Next one is this, that's why we are saying this heap sort is not a stable sorting algorithm. Always it's giving an efficient results if we are comparing with the quick sort. And next we are having the space complexity. The space complexity of the heap sort is of the order of 1, because it does not require any extra place or extra memory space for the storage in order to sort. That's all is there in the hip sorting session. In case if you are having any problem, just let me know. And thank you.